Hey guys, I decided to do a video on the most recent movies and TV shows I got. Most of the stuff I got back during Christmas and with gift cards, so quite a bit of stuff, so let's get to it. The first one is a movie that I always liked since I saw it. It's an 80s movie, and it's Weird Science, the Flashback Edition. And I probably would have gotten this for Blu-ray, but I doubt if they'll release a Blu-ray edition of it because it's kind of underrated and not a lot of people like it as much as they do like 16 Candles and Breakfast Club and things like that. But I always liked it. And it's about these two guys that create this woman, and she shows them how to like party and meet girls, and basically she's kind of showing them how to live the teenage life. And had some pretty decent amount of bonus features on this thing. It had this 4-part documentary which I liked, and for being a DVD, it was pretty. The sound and picture was pretty good. So if you like 80s movies, I would check this out. And now for the TV shows. First one up is Family Matters Season 2. And this was a really good season of the show, and I'm glad to see Janelle White in some stuff today, because I think a few years back he was a contestant on Dancing with the Stars, and I'm glad to see the guy that played the father in the show in some stuff today, because I think he's on that one show, Mike and Molly. He has like a cameo in some episodes on that, and I think about a month or two ago, I think they released the third season of this, so I'm glad to see that these are selling really well, and because they're trying to see, because if they're going to sell really well, then they're going to keep putting them out, because I think there's at least 7 or 8 seasons of this show. So if you like Family Matters, just run out and get this. Next is Family Guy Volume 8, and I know most of you probably had this with the slip cover, but when I got it, it didn't come with it for some reason. And this was a good season of the show. Some really good episodes on here and bonus features like deleted scenes and commentaries. And I think this was the last season that Cleveland was in before he had his own show, you know, the Cleveland Show. And I always liked Cleveland and Family Guy. I always thought he really fit well with the characters. And I always liked some of his lines like, "I gotta stop taking a bath during pay the shenanigans," you know, stuff like that. And there's this one episode on here, I think it's, yeah, Jerome is the New Black, and it's about Peter, Joe, Quagmire. They're kind of sick and tired of being like a trio, so they try to find another black guy to replace Cleveland. It was a really funny episode, and if you love Family Guy, this is just a must-have season for your collection. Next is Family Guy Volume 10, and as you can see, it has a slip cover. And this was another good season of the show. A lot of good episodes on here, and bonus features like deleted scenes and commentaries and stuff like that. And then there's this featurette I liked on here of this one episode of where this German guy like befriends Chris, and then later Chris kind of finds out that he's like a Nazi. But in the featurette, it's these two guys that are doing like a live action version of like this one scene in the episode where this German guy and Herbert are like fighting in slow motion. It was really interesting and really funny at the same time. But you know, this is another season that that's a must own for your collection if you love the show. And now the rest are just Blu-rays. First one up is Black Sheep with David Spade and the late Chris Farley. And I think Chris Farley is one of the funniest comedians that lived. I mean, I don't think nobody today has lived up to him. And I think, to me, I thought this was even with Tommy Boy. But it's about Chris Farley. He's like this governor's brother, and he's trying to like help him get elected by like handing out like flyers to a bunch of people. And they get David Spade's character to like join them. And then they kind of run into some problems, and they having to end up hiding out in this woodsy area, and all this stuff goes wrong. And it's a real funny movie. I wish they would have had some bonus features on this thing, you know, for being the Blu-ray and all. But you know, the picture and sound was really good. But if you love Tommy Boy, I highly recommend this. Next is a movie, like when I first saw it, I thought it was okay, but then I gave it another chance, and it just grew on me, and I started to appreciate it more. And it's She's Out of My League, and it's about this guy that works. He's like this airport security guard, and one day he meets this girl, and she like loses like her phone, then he has to like return it to her, and then like she's like starts having like a thing for him, and he's like real amazed by it, and everybody like around him, like his friends and family, are just shocked that like a girl like her would go for a guy like him. But this was just a real funny movie, and it had some good special features on here, like deleted scenes and extended ending and commentary. So if you want like a real funny romantic comedy, I highly recommend this. And last but not least is a movie. I was planning on seeing it in theaters, but I never got the chance to. It's based on a book. I read the book to it, and I thought the movie really lived up to the book. And it's Oliver Stone's new movie, and it's Savages. And it's about these two guys that are like big time marijuana dealers. Like where they live, they grow like some of like the best weed in the world. And they share like a one of a kind love for this girl. But then they kind of run into some trouble with this Mexican drug cartel, and all this stuff starts to happen. I really enjoyed this movie. I know it had some mixed reviews, but I enjoyed every minute of it. It has some pretty good features on here, like deleted scenes and this 5-part documentary about the movie, which I really liked. And the picture and sound was really good, you know, for being the type of movie it is. But, you know, I would definitely check this out and see what you think about it. So that's it for this update. I'll try to do these every other 2 to 3 weeks or so. So leave a comment below, subscribe, give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.